On Friday, the Supreme Court gave a clean chit to PM Narendra Modi and several senior officers in the 2002 Gujarat riots. It also dismissed the plea by Zakia Jafri, who was wife of Congress MP Ishan Jafri, who was killed in the riots. During the verdict, the court came down heavily on activist Teesta Setalvad, who was a co-petitioner in the case. The court stated that she has been vindictive against PM Modi and exploited the sentiments of Zakia Jafri. A day after, on Saturday, the Gujarat ATS arrested Teesta from her residence in Mumbai. An FIR was filed against her in Ahmedabad on charges of criminal conspiracy, forgery, and placing false evidence in court to frame innocent people in the 2002 Gujarat riots case. Similarly, former police officer RB Sreekumar was arrested from his residence in Gandhinagar. Who are Teesta Setalvad and RB Sreekumar? Teesta is a founding trustee and secretary of the NGO Citizens for Justice and Peace. This NGO was established in 2002 post-Gujarat riots. It was set up with the aim of providing legal and financial support to riot victims. In 2007, Teesta was instrumental in pushing the Supreme Court to launch a fresh probe into the 2002 riots. Ishan Jafri, a Congress MP, was killed in the riots. Teesta's NGO was a co-petitioner with his wife Zakia Jafri in a petition that was filed against Modi and several others in the Supreme Court. Zakia had filed a complaint on grounds of criminal and administrative culpability against top politicians and policemen. Teesta and her NGO have been fighting for justice for riot victims. She has, however, been accused of fabricating facts and documents and coaching witnesses to give false evidence against the then Gujarat government and Modi, who was the chief minister then. Before the riots, Teesta Setalvad worked as a journalist. She is also a recipient of the Padma Shri Award. RB Sreekumar was a 1971 batch IPS officer. He was the DGP in charge of the armed unit in Gujarat during the 2002 riots. He has been vocal about the inaction by the police force during the riots and had also alleged that the police officers did not take complaints from minorities, or even if they did not record the full details of the crime. He has also spoken of how his attempts and recommendations to quell the riots were not paid heed to.
Second affidavit was required because the terms of reference regarding CM also was issued by the Gujarat government in July 2004 only. So as per those orders, I filed my second affidavit. Practically no officer has filed second affidavit because it is touching Mr. Modi. This is the fear complex, Modi phobia prevailing. Modi phobia had been created by Mr. Narendra Modi, Honorable Chief Minister, through many methods. I can explain it. Then that also came out so much of incriminating thing. Then before filing that affidavit, I was summoned by the Home Secretary and I was threatened that you don't file anything which is adversely affecting the government. Then you will face the consequences.
Sreekumar was one of the very few officials who testified against the Gujarat government before the Nanavati Commission that investigated the 2002 riots. He also countered the government's version of events in a report to the then Chief Elections Commissioner. Sreekumar was denied promotion as DGP in 2005 and eventually retired in 2007. A Federal Report.